Well, guys, buckle up, because it's about to be a long one. That's what she said. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your favorite mask collector's favorite mask collector, AJ Good, here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool stuff almost every single day. And boy, oh boy, do we have a lot of stuff to unbox. Now, as you can see, I am not in the sanctuary. I am out here in the studio area, kind of near my toys. I mean my collectibles. And today we are going to be going through all of the Churchwarming gifts. That is right, the Churchwarming has come and gone. It's been about a week since the event, and man, it was crazy. It turned out absolutely perfect. It was everything that I could have asked for and more, so shout out to everybody that showed up. A big thank you to everybody that helped. I thank them a million times at this point, but I want to keep reiterating that I really appreciate all of the love and support. It was hands down the funnest event that we've ever done, and it just really kind of makes me excited for the next event that the House of Masks holds, whatever that may be. Now, with all of that being said, we have quite a lot of gifts to rummage through. I have left these out here untouched. I've done my best to not go through any of them to know what is inside of these. Now, some people pulled their gifts out right in front of me and showed me because they were so stoked. So not everything here is a surprise, but I would say that the vast majority of the things on this table are a surprise. And I've been super behind. Not only did we have the Churchwarming party, but that was immediately followed up by a Halloween hunt up in Michigan that took the whole day. And then I had a few friends from different bands that were in town. They were touring through, so they came through and they stayed at the House of Masks, and those were a fun few days. But I am finally getting caught up, and I figured now would be the perfect time to go through all of this stuff. Why would it be the perfect time? Well, because I've been behind. I've wanted to do it since the day after the Churchwarming party, but I just haven't gotten around to it, and I kind of really need my shooting table back in the sanctuary for the dozens of unboxings that I have planned. So, we are going to start. We are going to run through all of this stuff. I'm going to do my best not to rush, but I do believe that this is going to be an extremely long video no matter what I do. So without further ado, the Churchwarming haul. I have no particular order in how I am doing this, so I'm just going to grab the first thing that's right up on top here and take a look. I feel exactly what it is, so I had a good guess here. It was sweet tarts, just a bunch of sweet tarts, because I love sweet tarts. I don't know who these came from, so if things don't have a name, there's a good chance that I won't know who they came from. I'm going to assume that these came from Lizard the Maggot, aka Elizabeth Paradise, because they were right on top of her box, and every package she's ever given me has included a lot of sweet tarts. So, adding to the sweet tart collection, adding to my dental bill with all of the cavities that I'm going to get, and now we can hop on into her box as soon as I find out where I put my X-Acto. I literally just grabbed an X-Acto to do this video, and now I can't find it because I am a professional YouTuber. Where did I put that thing? Very strange. I literally just grabbed a brand new red-handled X-Acto to do... Oh, there it is. Idiot. Alright, so to AJ from Liz. Let's see what is inside. Alright, there are some black wrapping here, and ooh, this looks super cool. Oh, dude, it's like all hand-done too. How sick is that? It is a hand-painted, kind of like those like Catholic candles that you would see in a Catholic church. Usually they have Jesus on them, but here they have me in my PaleFest 2023 special outfit. And I think that that's all hand done. Pretty sure that's all hand painted, and that is insane. I don't even know what to say about that. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about how this isn't just like, give me stuff, which I honestly didn't know that that was the point of a housewarming party, by the way. We got like a few months into this, and Bishop's like, what are you gonna do about like having people bring stuff? And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like all the gifts and stuff. And I was like, why would people give me gifts at a housewarming party? And he's like, dude, that is the purpose of a housewarming party. So I am so dumb that I didn't even realize that that was the point of a housewarming party, to like furnish your house or something. And what better to furnish a church than a church candle, handmade. Insane. This thing is super super sick. So anyways, I am just completely derailing this because there are a million things running through my mind, and as we go through this, there are going to be a million more. But the point that I was getting at was a few videos back, I was talking about shooting this video and all of the church warming gifts that I got and just how thoughtful they were. This wasn't just like a give me stuff, here's money, here's a gift card, whatever sort of thing. These were extremely thoughtful gifts, and as we keep going, you guys will understand exactly what I mean. But this definitely sets the tone for the type of video that you're about to watch. This thing rules. Also, I have nowhere to set this stuff, so I am just setting it to my side. I'll need to have like a trash side and a keep side because there are lots of boxes, lots of packing material, and that's not going to slow down anytime soon. We are only one box into this episode. All right, this next one comes from VJ Burris, aka Doom Room Studios. He is that guy. He is the absolute man. We love VJ. And it looks like there is a note here. So the note says, AJ, congrats on the new place. I'm super stoked for you. I can't wait to see all of the dope shit you do in this new era of the House of Masks. As a church warming gift, I wanted to give you this copy of my Bitter Beldam mask. It's probably my favorite one that I've done, and for whatever reason, it didn't sell at PaleFest 24, so I figured it's best for it to have a home at the new House of Masks. Enjoy, from VJ, Doom Room Studios. Hell yeah, I have one copy of these in witch form, but this thing is definitely right up my alley. As you can tell, it's got a very tribal-esque paint job, and we've got some Slipknot style bondage-esque straps on the back there. This actually reminds me of a V1 Mask Up mask that I have laying around here at the church. I think I got it back from a fan a few years ago, and I've just left that paint job on it for whatever reason, and this thing is super, super similar to that, so that is really rad. We've got the I Hate AJ Good on the inside of the mask there, taking it back to like 2016 when we started doing Mailbox Mondays and stuff. Super cool gift. I absolutely love it, and it will have a nice forever home here at the House of Masks, so shout out VJ. So what are we doing? Keep pile over here. Trash pile on my right, so we'll put the candle over here as well. And I gotta be careful because I don't want anything to get broken or smashed up or anything like that. Now, I just saw this laying there. This is a bracelet that probably fell off of Lizard's package. I think that it did because I do remember her making bracelets and handing them out, and this was definitely one of them. I think that I told her to surprise me, so I'm gonna put this around the candle for right now. But just know, as you can't see me talking, that came from Lizard the Maggot as well. So let's keep going here. We've got a box of very heavy wooden pumpkins here. These are very cool, actually. I think I'm going to put these in my Myers set. These are really well done. Oh, they're candles. No way, dude. This one, the wick was kind of hidden, so I thought that these were like wood-carved pumpkins just as like decorations, which I'm all for it. I am a very, very gay straight man, if you know what I mean, and feng shui is my middle name. But these are actually candles, and they're so sick that I don't want to burn them. Dude, these are super, super rad. I'm going to look at that package and see if I can find a name because I don't see one, but I do believe, if I am remembering correctly, that these came from a friend of a friend's mom. So I have a friend named Crystal who has a friend named Mary Kate, and she has been coming around lately, and I do believe that she brought her mom to the housewarming, and these were gifts from her mom. So if I'm correct, thank you very much. If I'm wrong, thank you to whoever sent those in, but I'm pretty sure that that is the story behind these pumpkins. And these things rule, dude. I really, really like these. So thank you. All right, let's keep going. We did one on the left that time, so let's do one on the right, and I do know exactly who this came from. This little fella came from my good friend, William Pizzolato, who old school viewers of the channel will probably remember, and definitely Slipknot collectors will know. And he was like bummed when he handed me this. He was like, sorry, I got you a lame gift. Like, I know that this is like silly. And I was like, dude, I'm obsessed with lava lamps. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, look around. There's all sorts of lava lamps. I've got them in the kitchen. I've got them over here in front of the TV. I've got them over by the... I'm not sure if there's any in the sanctuary right now, but if there's not, then this one is definitely going in the sanctuary. And I don't think that there are, so this is the new sanctuary lava lamp. And it's a cool colorway. So shout out to William Pizzolato. He thought that that gift was going to suck, but It didn't suck, it was rad. All right, moving along. Oh, what are the chances of this? We were just talking about lava lamps, and in this little bag here, we've got a very, very tiny lava lamp. And I think that you like press a button on the bottom and it makes everything go. And it says it glows in the dark. And this package, this little bag here, was left by Mads. She actually left this the day after the church warming party. When they were about to leave the state, they were headed up to the airport. She messaged me and she was like, hey, I'm leaving this at your door. And these were the little goodies inside. And I think I know where she got these because I think that I can smell the store on the items. But anyways, very, very cool items. I love the lava lamp. And what are the chances? We get a big lava lamp and then right after that, we get a small lava lamp. I didn't do that on purpose. I never even looked in that bag, but I do remember that the bag was sitting on the door. So shout out to Mads and her mom, Tanya, aka T. Wentworth, aka Mama T, aka I'm out of stuff to call her. I don't know what else to say. All right, we're gonna keep going. I'll go slightly to my left, but directly in front of me. This is a bag from Sally's, and it's rolled up, and ooh, stuff that I need. Oh, practical. I know where these came from. These came from Fees. We've got red and black nail polish, which, as you can tell, I desperately need to redo this. And I promise I'm going to scoot the camera in here in just a second. I wanted to get some of this stuff out of the way because if I did it too close, you would not be able to see anything that's going on, especially me, but I will move that in. But anyways, from Fees, we got the nail polish, practical. We've got the hair ties, practical. Do you know how many times a week I lose hair ties? All the time, or I'm giving them away to people that need them, or whatever it is, I need hair ties. So shout out to Fees. Again, she said that this present was going to suck or something. She was all sweating it. But dude, I'm going to use these. Like, I'm literally going to use these. These will be used until they're not around anymore. That's about as good as a gift gets, right? Shout out to Aubrey. All right, let's go directly left of me, right for you, left for me. And this comes from the Harrell family. This comes from Tim and Amy and Eli, my sweet little baby boy in Maud. He hates when I call him that, but that's what he is. So it says, to AJ Good, my favorite mask collector's favorite mask collector. And Tim and Amy showed me what they got, so this isn't going to be a surprise. One of the things that they got me is this tin sign or medal of some sort. And that is actually the first photo of me and Maud together. That was on day 2 of Pale Fest. They had won the Battle of the Bands the night before, so they got to come back on night 2 and open the show, and we were just sitting on the stairs and somebody walked by and I was like, yo, grab a shot of us because I have a feeling that these guys are going to be important into my life, and that is exactly what has happened. We haven't even known each other a year, and I have a lifetime of memories with those guys already, and I love them a lot. So this is a very, very cool gift. Shout out to Tim and Amy for that. And then the rest of the gifts are in this box right here, so I can put this off to the side. I'm gonna have so many decorative bags to reuse. Oh boy. Take out the packing material there. So first things first, we've got this piece right here, which is so sick. And again, Amy was sweating this. She was like, I don't want to give you this. I don't think it's like the right thing. We were trying to get you something else, but this is the closest we could find. Here we have like an etched 3D House of Masks ball thing, and it's got this base that you set it on, and you can like make the design light up or whatever. So the base is in there. I guess I don't need to really show you that, but that is what that is. But she was worried because she knows that I like snow globes a lot. It's like one of my new little autistic side quest things, and I love snow globes. So she was trying to get a House of Masks snow globe, but she couldn't quite figure it out. Like, there's just not like a custom snow globe maker thing out there. So they got me this. It's pretty freaking close, and it's pretty cool anyways, and I appreciate the sentiment and the thought. So that's a meaningful gift. Thank you very much, Amy. And there's also something else in here that I don't remember. Oh, yeah. This is like a laser keychain thing, and you guys aren't going to be able to see it lighting up, but it's got a red light inside, and once again, I don't know if it's going to focus. It says House of Masks on the inside. You guys get the idea. I thought that this was a really cool gift. So shout out to Tim, Amy, Eli, the rest of the Harrell family. I love you guys very, very much. Those are my Indiana parents, and it's always a pleasure getting to see them. They got to hang out for the whole weekend, and lots of great times were had. So Tim, Amy, love you guys. Eli, you're a fucker. I'm just kidding. I love you too. All right, this thing's been in the way long enough, don't you think? Let's go ahead and see what we've got. So this one comes straight from Amazon, and it says, what the Is this from G and Amy Harris? Oh, I was sad that they didn't get to make it. I love those guys. I'm guessing Noah dropped this off for them because if you guys came out, I did not see you at all. All right, if I could only open this thing up. Gotta be smarter than the knot, AJ. There we go. All right, let's see. So if it came straight from Amazon, I'm assuming this came from like the housewarming wish list. I want to see if I can guess what we've got. Ooh. I'm going to guess that these are rain chains. Definitely feels like the right weight, and the fact that I can kind of hear them clunking and clanking around in there, I think that these are going to be rain chains. And some people probably don't know what rain chains are, but if that's, yep, that is what these are, I'm going to be able to show you. So these things hang off of where your gutter would normally be, and they like direct the rain in a very cool way. I'll just show you guys a video right here. So yeah, dude, I became obsessed with these things. I think I saw some in like a Big Lots or something, oddly enough, before they closed, and they just weren't quite right, but I've wanted some ever since. And these were the coolest ones I could find on Amazon, so I put them on my wish list, and here they are. We are doing stuff to the church. So, shout out to Jeremy and Amy. I appreciate you guys. I can't wait to get those up, and we are about to hit rainy season. So I'm going to get to see them in full use, and I think that that's super cool. I'll send you guys a video. All right, this guy's sitting here looking at me, so I guess we'll go ahead and cover that real quick. Look at that. What are we talking about? Vintage Distortions Mini Vampire, my all-time favorite Distortions mask from my all-time favorite Halloween company, Distortions Unlimited. This was given to me by my good friend Mike, Mr. Mike Covert, the Mask Wizard. I didn't even know that he found another gray copy, and I'm pretty sure that there are only like 3 gray mini vamps out there in the hands of collectors, and now I have 2 of them, so that is pretty cool. Now, it looks a little different. You guys are probably wondering what's going on here. I actually had Mike foam fill this for me while he was still in town from the church warming party. I took a bunch of masks out there to have foam filled, and he knocked out as many as he could, and this was one of them. So this guy is not going to rot while I have him. He is going to be in great shape forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So, hell to the yeah, love this. This is one of the first gifts that I was given. I think as soon as the doors opened, Mike walked in and he handed me this thing, and I was like, what are you talking about? Are you for real? He's like, yeah, dude. So I've got another super sick mini vamp in my ever-growing line of mini vamps, and yeah, I couldn't be more thankful, especially now that it's foam filled. This dude is going to be loved and cherished forever, so shout out to Covert. All right, I'm seeing something right here at the front of the table that I want to talk about. This was actually the first gift that I was given for any of the church warming stuff, and that is because my buddy Tyler, the drummer of Maud, came down a few days early and stayed with me throughout the entirety of the church warming festivities and then for a few days after, and this was the gift that he gave me. So this came before the day of the church warming party, before the day before that, before the day before the day before that. I got this MFKR vinyl.
Spinal.
And this is obviously a bootleg, but it's still sealed. He was very, very stoked to give this to me. I love it no matter what, even though I'm not crazy about MFKR, even though I'm not crazy about vinyls, even though it's a bootleg. It came from my friend, and it came from his heart. So, shout out to Tyler. All right, I see something that I want to talk about because it's just so sick, dude. This is one of the coolest gifts that I got. This is a hand-painted House of Masks kind of stained glass-esque board that was done up by my good friend Aaron Lynch. He is a local, and he is just an incredible painter. He actually does a lot of stuff for various monster trucks. I think most notably, he does all of the Samson paint jobs. So this is super sick. He hit me up the day before, and he was like, yo, I'm working on something for you, and it's so cool that I kind of want to keep it for myself. And for some reason, I had a feeling that it was going to be a hand-painted skateboard deck, and then he walked in and handed me this, and it just blew my expectations out of the water. This thing absolutely rules. I need to find somewhere extremely cool and prominent to display it because it is just so sick, dude. Like, still, to this day, I've seen this thing laying around here for a week, and it's like the first time I'm seeing it. It is so cool. I love everything about it. He absolutely nailed it, and this is definitely probably like a top 5 coolest gift for me out of this entire haul, at least so far. We still got a lot of stuff to go through, but I definitely love this one. So shout out to Aaron Lynch at Lynch Customs. You're the man. All right, let's do some real quick ones. Here we've got a Green Street Fiends sticker that came from Anthony and Mary Mazur. Next up, we've got a shot of this little fella and I from PaleFest 2024. And this dude actually got a private invite to this event from Maud because I think he is Maud's biggest fan. And he was the one in the Churchwarming show footage that you see moshing out there by himself, just absolutely killing it. He's 10. He had the time of his life. It was a really, really cool thing. And probably my favorite moment from the show portion of things was watching him just go out there and live his dream and crush it. It looked like a dream come true. And I absolutely love that. Tell me the House of Masks is a bad thing. So cool. All right, we've got a bag right here at the front, and it looks like there are some cookies. Oh, some no-bakes. Peanut butter no-bakes. I wish I knew who left this because I don't know if I trust those. We've also got some Lucky Lights candy, little fake cigarettes there, and we've got Ouch bubblegum, the little Band-Aid bubblegum. I don't know who that came from, so I'm not going to eat those. As bad as I want to eat them right now, they sound really good, but you know, it is what it is. This is another piece from Mr. Mike Covert. I don't know if you want to consider that a gift or not. He's actually owed me this old Be Something Studios Lady Di mask for quite some time because for some reason, years and years ago, he like dared me to rip mine in half. It was already rotting, wasn't doing so good, and he was like, I bet you won't rip it in half, and I just took the thing and I ripped it in half right in front of him, and everybody was confused, and it just was what it was, and he's like, well, I have another one in storage, I'll dig it out and bring it to you, so that is what we've got here now. God, I love these things. Old Be Something Studios Lady Di mask, along with the Phil V and the Aloof. Just love that line. Obviously, this is kind of well known for being used by Tom Schmitz, aka Schmatz of Mushroom Head. And fun fact, I actually gave him my original Lady Di back in like 2011 or 2012 to use for old school shows. And I never got that thing back, but it's just kind of cool that I have a history and a helping hand in making this mask famous, because before this, it was the Filthy that he used and that was very well known. And yeah, dude, I don't know what else to say about it. Shout out to Covert for another cool old vintage mask that will most likely end up in Dino's. All right, we've got 2 creepy little critter creatures here. These both came from my friend Madeline. She knows about the Zippy obsession, and she has kind of like gotten me and Connor even more into Zippies somehow. I think she gave Connor his first Zippy, which is pretty cool. And these are like the girl versions of Zippies, and she's had these her whole life. And I really, really wanted this one because he looks so derpy, so weird, maybe a little mischievous. Mischievous. Looks a little mischievous, yeah. I don't know if I said that right the first time or not. Anyways, he looks like he's up to no good. Kind of reminds me of the Christmas critters from South Park.
No way! Only Satan, Prince of Darkness, and King of all evil would do that! Yay!
And yeah, was very surprised when she showed up and got out of her car and handed me these things. And she's like, I think that these belong here with your other guys, so I will definitely keep them with my other guys. We got a whole little farm of these weird little cunning, creepy Christmas critter creatures here. How many more C words could I fit in there? Shout out Madeline. Oh, we're just zipping through now, huh? Okay, this is a bag. It looks like it's got some masks in it. I see some Pokemon stuff as well. So it looks like a pig mask with some signatures. Oh, I know. This came from Bill Comer, William Comer, whatever he wants to go by. This is a mask that he wore at PaleFest 2024. And I think that he said that he used this on stage with Green Jello, and that it's like very special to him. I asked him why he didn't keep it, and he's like, dude, it's just sitting in a box. Like, the memory is cool, but it's going to be in much better hands here at the House of Masks, which is an important thing to remember. So if you guys think that those old masks that you have are going to rot, maybe you should just like send them in to me to preserve and take care of forever. So anyways, this is his Green Jello mask from PaleFest 2024, and then there are some other goodies. We've got some Pokemon stuff, one of those random like third-party Pokemon pool packs. We got stickers. The stickers are for Mortal Coil Serpentry, Reptiles, Uncommon, and Curious. And then there's like a Sacred Heart sticker. Just some various stickers there. We've got a hat that is also signed by lots of people. It's signed by Swollen Teeth. We got Sid's signature on there as well, so I'm assuming that this was for PaleFest 2023. PaleFest 2, if you will. Very cool. I have to put those up somewhere. Oh no, I'm making a mess now. Damn it. Alright, shout out to Bill. He is one of the locals that got an invite, so hell to the yeah. He said that this was a super, super fun thing, and he very much appreciated being invited. So, he showed up. He's the man. Thank you very much. I don't know who this piece came from, but this is an old Distortions Unlimited jack-o'-lantern mask. I've seen these quite a few times and never picked one up for whatever reason. So, I guess time and patience pays off, because now I've got one here for free. Oh, I see. It's from Alexander Titanium. That's so cool, dude. Thank you. Yeah, this is from Alexander and his girlfriend, Emily. Dude, that rules. Thank you very, very much for that. I appreciate it. We love Alexander, dude. He is the absolute man. He always comes through, and I just can't thank him enough for being involved in everything that we do. All right, we're cruising along. We've got another package here. This is also from Mads, and this is Sweethearts, because of course. We've got a bracelet. I love Connor. I'll throw that on right now because that's funny. And then we've got rocks. She kept talking about how these were fake rocks, and I don't know what that means. We've got, I don't know what that is. I'm colorblind, so I can't tell what exactly is on the end of that necklace there, but I am very stoked to see the other rocks. Oh God. Maybe she means they're fake because they're all polished, like they've all been through a polisher. But they don't look fake to me. These are, God, I love the feeling of these in my hand. Alright, stemming is done, and yeah, I'd say that those are a pretty good gift. If that clip right there isn't enough for those to be worth it to you, then I don't know what is. Alright, another shout out to Mads and her mom for the goodies, for all of the love and the support. Here we've got another piece from Covert. This is a MC Studios shirt, which I did not have, and this one's black and white, so it'll definitely get its use. That is pretty much all I wear. So shout out to MC Studios, Mr. Mike Covert. Let's get on into, oh God, this box here, which is actually really heavy, and see what's inside. I actually need to check and see if there's a name. There is not. So I don't know who this is from or what it is. Let's take a look. Is this actually just glasses? I don't know. It says congrats on the new place here, so it's been opened before. Let's see. Yeah, dude. Oh! It is glasses. Yo! What the hell?
What the hell?
How sick is that? Oh my God, I need to know who sent this now. Dude, there are just, like, I don't know, how many is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So there's probably 20 glasses in here, all House of Masks etched. That is so sick. Talk about a proper housewarming gift. Dude, that is so freaking cool. I gotta know who sent these in. I wish that this had a name on it. Let's see, is there like a name right here? There's not a name on it. It says where to ship them to, but it doesn't have a name. Dude, those are sick. That might be a top fiver for me right there. I wish that I knew who sent them. Please let me know down below if that was your gift, because these things rule. And out of fear of breaking them, I am just going to set them all the way back here until the end of the video when it's time to put them up. Dude, that is so sick. All right, I moved you guys in a little closer because slowly but surely the table is becoming a little less crowded. I actually have some room here. I don't have to worry about not being in the shot because there are so many things in front of me. So let's continue. It looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe less than 10 items to go here, or like 10 packages, whatever it is. So we've got a bag here, and this is from Stuck in Ohio. I have been watching this dude's stuff on Instagram for quite some time, and I figured he might enjoy coming down, checking this out, filming, whatever he's going to do. So I figured, why not? He can come get some content. I meet a new dude that I've been in contact with for like a while over social media, and dude, he was the raddest. He was so cool, and he got on the mini ramp and like shredded. Like he was killing it on the mini in some House of Masks Fallen. So bonus points to Stuck in Ohio. It looks like he gave us a bag full of swag here. We've got a couple Stuck in Ohio hats there. Very, very cool. We've got a beanie, and it's like my favorite style of beanie, so that is definitely going to be getting put to use this winter. We are coming up on the cold months quick, so hell yeah. We've got another beanie. Very, very nice, like the breathable, soft kind. These aren't going to hurt my head, so that rules, dude. I'm super stoked about that. We've got a shirt and I don't know, like an envelope that's stuck to the shirt. Hang on here. All right, we've got a Stuck in Ohio shirt. Very, very nice material there. Very stretchy. I like that. We've got another Stuck in Ohio shirt. I think that might be the same exact one. Very cool. I like doubles. We've got a lanyard, which is perfect because my other lanyard broke. I don't even have it on me, but I got this cheetah lanyard. It broke, so this is going to come in handy. We've got a load of stickers here. Oh my God. So many stickers. I gotta take one in right now, this one right here, and stick that on the mini ramp. So hell yeah, dude. Lots and lots of stickers. I'm not gonna sit here and go through all of them because I feel like that would take way too much time on this already probably hour-long video. I don't know what mark we're at here because I started filming again after I moved the camera, but hell yeah, dude. Stuck in Ohio hooked it up. And there's still more. Oh my God, there's still more. We've got Sid Wilson, Akron, Ohio, summer 2007. Interesting. Wonder what that means. It is a photo. Oh, look at little Sid, dude. That's my guy right there. Just DJing as DJ Starscream somewhere in Akron. How weird. There's another shot of him there. Very cool. I'll have to send these to Sid later and be like, dude, look at what somebody left as church-warming gifts. DJ Sid of Slipknot, and then the same two photos just in 5x7s or 4x6s. Hell yeah, dude. Those are sick, actually. Like, history. All right, I'm going to slide them back into here for safekeeping. And I'm going to stick this stuff back into the bag for safer keeping. And we've got a Muska 2024 Pro Model fingerboard. The Muska, dude. The freaking Musk rat. What are we talking about? Dude, hell yeah. I'm going to stick all of this stuff back in here, but what a haul from Stuck in Ohio. That is so sick. I love this stuff. Thank you very much. All right, so I have a ton of letters here that I actually opened on the day of the Churchwarming show. It was like later that night, I guess. And a lot of it was cash, which we don't need to talk about. I did get some gift cards as well, but I just want to get those out of the way. Big shout out to everybody that came through on the cash and the gift cards, because obviously, who doesn't want cash? And the gift cards that I got were to Menards. So it looks like the month of November is pretty much taken care of on the weekly Wednesday update side of things, because I think that those gift cards are going to pretty much cover all of the lumber and the supplies that we would need to finish out the horror room. So yeah, dude, shout out to everybody that sent in gift cards and cash. I will absolutely use the shit out of them. This is from, I don't know who sent it, but it looks like it came from Amazon, or maybe not, because it's been retaped, so I don't know. I guess we will see here in just a second. So we've got some Scordons. Man, I wish I knew who sent these in. Oh, and there's Gravedigger in here too. We got a Rainbow Gordon figure. We've got a Gordon car, 164. We've got a Gordon 10. We've got more 164s. So many Gordons. We've got another 164. We've got a Gravedigger that I somehow don't have yet. How is that even possible? We've got something wrapped up. If this is a Gordon figure, oh, it's a Stone Cold figure. It's a Stone Cold bottle with a Stone Cold straw. How sick is that? Gordon, Gravedigger, and Stone Cold all in one box? Oh, dude, so sick. I wish I knew who sent that in. How do I find out who sent that in? I guess if that was yours, drop your information down below. I'd like to give you a big old thank. We got some Valentine's Day cards. Man, I miss those days. That was a fun time when you got to pick your own type of Valentine's Day cards. So sick. And we've got a Gordon Easter egg. What a package. That was a good package. I'm going to save that box so I can stick all of this stuff in here so it doesn't get damaged or anything. But dude, It's not often that we get a package that covers that much ground. I love Gordon, I love Stone Cold, I love Gravedigger, and that had all of it in there. So sick. All right, we've got, another piece from Stuck in Ohio, and based on the box, I'm going to assume that this is a skateboard of some sort. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, it's signed too? Dude, what are we talking about? We've got a signature model signed, I don't know if you guys can see that there, Bam Margera deck from the Heart Supply, which is like, I think his most recent like real board sponsor. I know he's done like guest models on a couple of other teams like Zero and stuff, but he was definitely on the Heart Supply for a couple of years, and that is so rad, dude. That's a wall hanger right there. Absolutely love that. Dude, Stuck in Ohio really went like above and beyond for this one, dude. Shout out to Stuck in Ohio. He's got me so excited that I'm saying dude way too much. I feel like I am saying dude as much as somebody that is 10 or 15 years younger than me says bruh. And guess what? That's too much. All right, the table is almost empty. In fact, there's only one box left on the table. The rest of the stuff I'm going to have to grab from the ground in front of the table. And I got a few things over there towards the kitchen that just didn't have room over here, so we had to set them over there safely. But the last package on the table is obviously open, but that is because I went through all of this stuff with my buddy that gave it to me. This box is from Josh Everett's. And not only is there a real vintage Ghost Glow with a pretty crazy paint job. This is probably the most unique looking Ghost Glow that I've ever owned. It's just got a lot of very, very like highlighted splotchy paintwork there, which is super cool. Definitely stands out, but the thing is absolutely mint. There is nothing wrong with this at all, and that is a great addition to the collection. So shout out to Everett's for that. But it also included some new stuff, and maybe some stuff that I can't quite talk about, like whatever this is, that I'm not going to show you guys or discuss any further. Just know that it is kind of a big deal. We've got the mini gold Sid mask. This is very, very similar. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same thing that we gave to Baby Sid at Knotfest 2024 last year. It was so cool to see him wearing that thing. Like, what a sick thing that is. So I've got the only other one out there, and this is going to go great in with all of the rest of my BCDs from this 25th anniversary era. Just what a cool thing. Like, I just have ties to that, and now I have like almost all of the same exact masks that Sid has, and I have the real deal. So I don't need to explain that a million times, but it's a very cool thing. Here we've got one of the take off your face masks. I don't remember the name of this, if we're being honest, but I think somebody gave me one of these down in Cincinnati when I was at Horror Hound with Sid earlier this year. But it never hurts to have doubles. So this one's cool because it was given to me by the guy that made it, who is also a friend of mine, and the other one is cool because it was given to me by a fan while I was with Sid. So, I mean, you can't really beat that. I got the best of both worlds there. That might be it in this box, but I will say he gave me another vintage mask gift that's also Slipknot related that you guys will see in a later video, because I do plan on shooting a video on it kind of by itself, but kind of with the other things that accompany it. It'll be a little bit of a story time video, as well as a score video, as well as a look at this project that we just finished up type video. So it's going to be a cool one, but just know that it is a super rad vintage piece, a very rare piece, a very sought after piece, and it just continued to get cooler after it was in my possession. So big shout out to Joshua Everett's and Paul J. Vick, who had a hand in this box with that thing that I can't show you. I definitely appreciate it. What a cool thing. Thank you guys very much. Now I am going to have to walk to the front of the table and start grabbing stuff off of the ground. I guess I've got one right here next to me. This came from my dearest grandmother, my Grandma Peg, coming through with the Gordon scores. These are all flame Gordon scores, so I don't know. Well, we got a coffee mug here that's rainbow, and then we've got a DuPont thermos that looks pretty rainbow. It's even got the feathers on the side there. That's actually so sick. I love that. And then we've got, man, a lot of Gordon bears. What a weird thing. They were just obsessed with Gordon stuffed animals. We got some cards there. We've got the bear. I already looked at that. And then we've got, dude, another bandana. Dude, Connor is going to lose his mind. This one isn't even like a Gordon bandana. It's just a NASCAR with rainbows on it, I guess. I don't know. Sick little haul, dude. Scordons all day long. Shout out to my grandma Peg. All right, let's get these guys safely with their counterparts. I guess that box is covered now, but we can set them right back here and get them into the Gordon collection later because we're right in front of it. There's no real reason not to have that taken care of and cleaned up by the end of the day. Now I'm going to start grabbing stuff from the other side of the table. You know what? We're talking about Gordons. Let's go ahead and keep doing some Scordons. So this is the duffel bag that was left by Michael Lentz, and I do remember that now because he definitely said it was in a duffel bag, and this is a duffel bag, so I need to figure out exactly what I'm doing. Dude, there's trucks in here. What are these? Independent trucks and some brandless, I guess for now, wheels. But we can always use more trucks and wheels around here because so many people come over and want to learn how to skate, and they need a board to do it. And we have one community board, but now I feel like I can set up a number of community boards because of stuff like that. Holy crap. That other box definitely had to have come from Michael Lentz because there are Scordons galore inside of this Gordon duffel bag, but there are also Monster Jam and Monster Truck and Gravedigger scores galore. We've got a Bigfoot there that I didn't have yet. We've got a Gravedigger that I didn't have yet. We've got a Gravedigger mug that I might have. I don't know if I have this color or not, but if I don't, then I think that this completes the set. That's pretty sick. I'll have to check later. We've got Undertaker. Dude, doing it all over again. We got all of these hats. Gordon hats for days. I guess it's a good thing that I've never purchased a Gordon hat because I think I have them all now right here. And you guys aren't going to believe this, but we've got Goosebumps scores. He hit everything. Wow, what a package. There's a Gordon poster. There's a Gordon t-shirt. Oh, I love the vintage Gordon shirts, dude. Sick. I think I might have had that as a child, and if I did, that is insane. I love the back of it. Dude, what a haul, and it's my size. Oh my God, he did it. He did the thing. So sick, and it all came in a freaking Gordon duffel bag. What are we talking about? Now go and get your money, little duffel bag, boy. All right, once again, I'm setting the Scordons with the Scordons, trying to keep them safe and sound for now. We will put the Gravediggers and the monster trucks over here, and the wrestling stuff over here, and the Goosebump stuff over here, and now I need to grab another piece from in front of the table. I am the table. We are going to keep it going here with the scores from Mr. Michael Lentz. I know that this is also from him because he keeps saying, I hope you enjoy the diapers, and this stuff is all in a diaper box. I am going to have such a sick fire after this with all of these papers and these boxes. Oh, dude! I've been not buying one of these because I just don't have the room or prioritize them enough to spend the money on them, but we've got the full Rainbow Car Jeff Gordon cooler, the Ghouler, if you will. Dude, that is so sick. Oh my God. Michael Lentz hooked us up so hard that I don't even know what to say. It is spotless. It is perfect. That is a cool Gordon score right there, man. Oh my God, that is so sick. So sick. I don't even know what to do anymore. This is like the biggest, most ultimate Mailbox Monday that there ever was, and it's not even a Mailbox Monday. I don't know what to do. All right, we've got one more score from in front of the table, and then I am going to have to go grab the rest from around the building. We've got this bag here, which is so beautiful. I love that. I don't know why I'm so stoked about the bag, but it's sick. This comes to us from Austin Wilson, the man, the myth, the legend, the absolute G, the biggest House of Masks collector that there ever was. He left here with a lot of cool stuff. And we've got a 1/64th scale Jeff Gordon car, back when they were still doing the boxy style, and Gordon had a mustache. We've also got more Gordons, Mordens, if you will. I don't have one of those loose yet, so that's pretty cool. We've got another 1/64th scale Gordon. We've got a couple pieces here, actually. Let's see. We've got some Kane stuff. Michael Lentz is having a run for his money right now. Let's see how much stuff Austin Wilson can nail. We've got, what on earth? That is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. No way that's official, right? Dude, this is a Jack Specific Toys. This is a big head kind of caricature Undertaker there with like a literal dead Kane under a chair. It's like way too gruesome and almost gory to be a Jakks Pacific Toys, but that is real and that is crazy. I've never seen that in my life. What a piece. Wow, that is so sick actually. Dude, what on earth? We've got a Racing Collectibles Club of America 1/64th scale dually with show trailer. Ooh, I wonder if it's a Gordon. It's gotta be a Gordon, right? Oh, of course it is. God, that is so sick. Another piece that I didn't have in my collection. Here we have it. So freaking sick, dude. Oh my God. I am overwhelmed with the amount of cool stuff in here. We've got a Stone Cold Steve Austin book. The best shit of the 90s is that Scholastic's book fairs looked like this. There was just a ton of little books like that. Speaking of, we've also got what? Goosebumps. So we are in Goosebumps. We are in Attitude Era WWF. We got Stone Cold. We've got Kane. We've got The Undertaker. And we've got plenty of Gordon, including this crazy ass piece right here, which once again, I did not have. You never see Jeff Gordon cars in this scale. In fact, I think I have the only other two that I can think of, and I did not have this one yet. And this thing is clean, dude. In the box, clean as hell. It doesn't even have all of the excess sponsorship stickers there above the front fender. Wow, dude. What a freaking score. That is so cool. I'm losing my mind right now. All right, we got to kind of find a place for some of this to go because I'm running out of room on the table that I just cleared off. So, Scordons with the Scordons. We'll put them back here and see what we can do. There is no way that I have enough room to display all of the Jeff Gordon stuff that we've gotten in this episode, so I'm gonna have to figure something out, dude. Maybe run some shelves above the door or something. I don't know. The Dorden? The Jeff Dorden? All right, enough. Let's go ahead and try to get this stuff all cleared off here. You know what? We've actually got one more score that is in front of the table. I'll show you guys real quick. I was kind of trying to save it towards the end because it's so big and pretty special, but we are pretty much at the end now. So I'm going to roll it forward here. I'm not going to take it out of the packaging yet, but what we've got here is a real race-used Goodyear tire that came straight off of Jeff Gordon's car. It looks like this was used in 2012, I believe. I think that there was like a thing that kind of showed when it was used. Yeah, so I don't think that you can see the details because they're kind of wrapped up here and I don't want to take it out of there, but this is a real deal, dude. It's a real Jeff Gordon race-used tire, which is sick, and I do have a good idea for these. I need one more tire, and I think that I'm going to try my hardest to get something that came off of the Rainbow car, and then I can start assembling the thing that I want to assemble to go right here in the Jeff Gordon. And yeah, dude, so I wanted to show that off real quick, and now I can get this big old hunk of rubber out of the way and we can wrap this thing up. I am so professional that it hurts. All right, guys, so we are drawing in towards the close of this absolutely massive haul video, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I definitely saved these last few scores for the end of the video because they were that special to me. In the heat of the moment when I was given these gifts, these are definitely the ones that got me. Now, a lot of these I didn't even know about because I hadn't seen them yet, but the rest of the scores that you guys are going to see were the ones that just totally took it out of me at the event in the best way possible. And again, not to say that these are any less special, any less important, any less thoughtful, but I just knew that as I was receiving these gifts right there out in the open, that they were extremely special pieces, and I figured that I would save them for last for this video. So 4 scores left, 4 score and 7 year ago, or whatever Martin Luther Lennon said, or whatever. Anyways, the first score from the last scores is this Newmark PT01 scratch turntable setup. And this came from Morris Masks. And Morris Masks is an extremely supportive patron. He is so supportive that I almost couldn't finish that sentence on the breath that I had. Morris Masks is just an extremely supportive dude. He is a patron of mine. He shows up to all the events. He shows up to all the Swollen Teeth events. Pretty sure I've seen him at some mauled events, so he's about it. He is just the absolute man, and oddly enough, Sid Wilson told me to buy this. He was like, if you're wanting to start scratching, you need to get this setup, and Morris Masks brought it. Like, How crazy is that? That doesn't even make sense in my brain right now. That is just the craziest thing. So this thing is very, very special. I have wanted some turntables to mess around with for a lot of my life. Like, since I knew what DJing and scratching was, I have wanted some turntables to just kind of mess around with, and I think that this is the perfect setup. It came from a patron of mine at the church warming party and recommended by Sid Wilson himself, so I guess I'm going to have to hop on FaceTime and get some private lessons from the man, the myth, the legend. So shout out to Morris Masks. This thing absolutely rips. We have all been playing around with it since the night of the party, and I love it. So thank you very, very much. Next up, and again, these are in no particular order, is this real deal stage-used, probably studio-used mauled guitar given to me by Chance. This was Chance's first guitar, and he said that he absolutely built the shit out of this thing over the years, and he thought that it deserved to be here in the House of Masks, in the mauled way, among all of the other crazy mauled history that I have. And this one is special, but it came right after another very special piece, and that is this Jackson, given to me by Eli Harrell. You guys heard his name earlier because his parents sent in a bunch of stuff. I guess they didn't send it in, but they brought it here and dropped it off. And yeah, dude, this is the guitar. So when he walked through the door with this thing, I couldn't believe it. He just walked in and he handed it to me, and I knew exactly what it meant, but I still was like, "Are you for real?" And he's like, "Yeah." I have been trying to buy this thing off of him since PaleFest last year, because this is the guitar that I met him with. This is a guitar that I got to watch on stage at PaleFest, literally changing the course of history for both Mauled and the House of Masks and PaleFest, and it's just this big, crazy thing. So I could not believe that he walked in and handed this thing over. It's got love, use, wear and tear, abuse, all the good stuff, and I've been trying to get this off of him forever. So I was already kind of like in shock that he had just handed me this thing and like on the verge of tears, and then Chance walks in and gives me the freaking Sorrow guitar, and dude, I don't even know what to say about that. I love those guys so much, and it just means the absolute world to me to have both of these incredibly cool pieces of history. And yeah, these are definitely like a top 1 or 2 gift for me. It might be tied with the last one that you guys are about to see. So yeah, dude, shout out to Eli, shout out to Chance. I love you guys. Thank you very, very much. I'm definitely looking forward to getting these things up in the mauled way. All right, so for the next score, I'm actually going to take you guys off of the tripod here because it's just too big to go over there. And this is hands down one of the most important, special, thoughtful, and probably even expensive gifts that I got. I'm definitely going to say that it's tied with these guitars just in terms of sentiment. So tied for first place comes from my buddy Connor. You guys know Connor. He's been on the channel a fair bit now. And he actually got me a 20-inch Haro Nyquist back trail. This is insane because I had this bike when I was a little kid. This was my first real BMX bike, and it was a 16-inch, so I'm glad that Connor got the 20-inch because I can actually ride this, but also I can just look at it. The nostalgia that this brings back is absolutely insane. I remember going in to the shop that was actually in the old House of Masks, 51 East Main Street. It was called J-Nod, or just north of Daytona at the time. And going in and picking this out of a catalog, and the options were yellow or black. And my parents thought for sure that I was going to pick black because why wouldn't I? I mean, all black everything, right? But I picked yellow. I don't know why. I just thought that the yellow was so sick, and they were very surprised by that. And then what do you know? A few months later, for Christmas, this is in our kitchen, in our little apartment, and I was so over the moon. I loved that bike. I can't believe that I ever got rid of that bike. I mean, I did stop riding it eventually because I got taller, I got bigger, I got stronger, and I moved up to 20-inch bikes. But that 16-inch Haro was my life, dude. I loved that thing. And Connor tracked down on his own. Like, this wasn't a recommendation or anything. He just thought that I would really like to have one of these things back in my collection in the new House of Masks, buy the mini ramp, whatever we're doing with it. And he showed up with this thing. And I can't express to you how sweet that is, how cool that is, how thoughtful that is, just all the nice words. Shout out to Connor. That's my buddy. I love you, dude. Thank you so much for this. and that is the final score of the video. I am sorry if I missed anybody else's scores. That just means that they are already put where they need to be, so I do apologize. I mean, there's so much stuff to go through that I really hope that you'll bear with me just in terms of trying to remember everything. There were things that I was picking out of certain parts of the collection to bring into this video just to make sure that I didn't miss it, but if I missed any, I'm really, really sorry. I would tell you guys that I would set all this stuff out and kind of showcase it and show you all of the scores, but there's so much that there's just not really a realistic way to do that, so I am going to just go ahead and end the video here, and I'm going to end it with a massive thank you once again to everybody that came out to the housewarming party, to the church warming show, whatever you want to call it. Thank you guys so much, and an even bigger shout out to anybody that was involved in any of this. These gifts are so cool and so helpful and thoughtful and from the heart that this might just be the most like emotional type of unboxing or video or anything like that I've ever done on the channel. I really, really appreciate it, and it makes this, the church itself, feel that much cooler and that much more special, and now these items will be here forever, like housed, having a home in the church, the House of Masks. So thank you. And with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this. It has gone on for way too long. I do apologize if it seemed like I was rushing, if it seemed like my words weren't working, if it seemed like I had a dry mouth. I probably had all of those things and more, and I'm really sorry, but I just knew that this was going to be a big one. That's what she said, and I had to just make myself do it and get through it, and here we are at the end of the video. So, thank you guys very much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. I appreciate you. Again, I am close to 200,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can hit that by the end of the year. I've got my fingers crossed, but I'm not holding my breath. I mean, we're at like 193.5 right now, so we're less than 7,000 out. Who knows? Maybe it's possible, but it's up to you guys. So, do whatever you need to do. Drop a like, leave a comment, tell your friends to subscribe, make sure that you're subscribed. Whatever it is, I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one.